Hey everyone, how's it going? Serena here. I hope you're doing great on this Saturday morning-ish, I think, still. Or afternoon now. So I felt compelled to check in because a massive thought and realization, well, more inspiration came to me. Saturday morning is a yoga morning for me. I teach the early morning class and then I practice myself. And so, it stirs up a lot of self-inquiry. And I was attending an amazing business course yesterday by Dent Global. They really inspired me to investigate my why, as to why I do what I do. And I just wanted to share a little bit of that with you guys. Most of you by now probably know a bit of my personal story in dealing with my dad's mental illness. He was diagnosed with bipolar disorder when I was only 8 years old. And I've since been able to really put the two together as to why I'm so passionate about supporting leaders, entrepreneurs, business owners in achieving their greatest level of fitness and well-being. And it has a lot to do with my experience with my dad. Because I now realize that he simply didn't have the tools to take the best possible care of himself. And that's why he crumbled under the pressure of, managing a very successful yet, very burdensome business whilst also tending to his young families and all the pressures of life. And so here's the thing. I'm very present with how hard it is to make time for yourself, especially if you run your own business or if you have a job with high responsibilities, if you manage a team, so you have the responsibility of other people's, on your shoulder. If you have a young family, if you have children, because your children are your biggest priority and you always want to put them first before anything else. So I don't want to discount how hard it might be and how challenging it is to find time for yourself. I will tell you one thing, however, and I probably wouldn't have realized this back then when I was only 8 years old, but with complete clarity, I can see now that if my dad back then had done all that he needed to do to take care of himself first, before anything else, before tending to his business responsibilities, before tending to us as his dependents, even if he had taken a whole year out and checked himself into a rehabilitation facility to exclusively focus on improving his well-being and getting better and healing himself, without the shadow of a doubt, that would have had a profound positive impact on my life and our life as a family, and our life would have been so much better for it. Like, I'm talking so much better for it. My dad is still not well, and we dealt with the repercussions of his illness for, we're going on to 25 years now, or I don't know, I'm not good with maths, but many, 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 many years. So, even if it'd taken 5 years, even if it'd taken a solid 5 years to just exclusively focus on himself and healing himself and getting better, I swear to you, we would have had a better life as a family. And so, of course, this is an extreme example. My dad's circumstances, thankfully, are quite extreme. But, I'm saying this because I invite you to think and reflect on the real extent of what taking care of yourself or not taking care of yourself, the real repercussions, the full spectrum of repercussions that not being your best self has on your life as a whole right now. And conversely, think about how much better your entire life would be if you did make the time and prioritize your well-being and took the best possible care of yourself above all else and before anything else. Because, you know, I'm guilty of it myself. We fall down the traps of thinking that other things are more important, that other things come first, that other people come first. And especially as parents, I'm not a parent myself, but I can just imagine how hard it must be to put you first before your children. But, you know, sometimes I feel like that might actually be the most selfless thing you do. Being selfish might just be the most selfless thing you'll ever do. Because if you don't take the best possible care of yourself, soon enough, somebody else will have to take care of you. And who wants to be that person? Who wants to be a burden on somebody else's shoulders, you know? I am now so profoundly in touch with how important it is for me to take care of myself before anything else, because I know how dramatic it can be when a leader, whether it's a leader of a family or a leader of a business or a leader of a community, breaks down, and the repercussions of that can be really, really, really dramatic. And so actually, in putting ourselves first and making sure that we don't get to that point, we are serving those around us in the best possible way that we could ever do. So yeah, I just wanted to, you know, share this thought with you guys. And like I said, I'm not discounting the difficulties inherent in this and how challenging it can be. And I'm not saying that you have to drop everything tomorrow and just start hitting the gym and forgetting about all your responsibilities in life. But I invite you to reframe what you deem to be your number one responsibility. And just think in terms of long-term repercussions and long-term benefits as well, you know, because, you know, positivity motivates us more than negativity, thankfully. So, but, you know, it's also about getting real. Like, what would happen if all of a sudden you had a nervous breakdown and had to take like 3 months of work? You know, is it worth pushing to that level? Is it really the smartest thing to do? Is it really the more productive thing to do? Or is it more productive to, you know, take a rest when you need to take a rest so that you can get back to work feeling fully energized and feeling like you're on top of it and you have your best self to give? Anyways, I get into ranty mode when I talk about these things, so, but it's just, it comes from passion and love. I hope you can see it. And feel free to share your thoughts. I'd love to hear what you think about this, what you make of it, what kind of, what it triggers, what it sparks for you. And yeah, just write your comments below and let me know what you think. And I hope it inspires you in some way. And if it doesn't serve you, you know, toss it in the bin. Anyways, wishing you all an amazing weekend. Have a great one. We'll see you soon. Bye.